Welcome, 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 Wonder People. This is Dr. Nicole. I am so glad to be with you. Listen, it is Sunday. We are on day 13 of our 100-day journey. So I've got a little bop music behind us. Just that perfect music that you want to ride through the park with. So listen, it is I, Dr. Nicole, your guide at the side, your partner in possibility, your positivity champion for life. Listen, I'm your rise and ride, and here for it. And here is the studio. Our coordinates, practicing positivity, the studio. And this is our shared learning lab for building an ongoing practice of nurturing what gives us vitality, energy, and a zest for the LIFE. And what that stands for here in the studio is a sense of a heart full of love, inspiration, and imagination, freedom, spaciousness to expand into and to continue to maintain our faithfulness to that which we came to do, all wrapped up, shaken together, spilling out all over the place. So much overflow that we have an exceptional, extraordinary experience of this thing we call life. So, listen, today is Sunday. Today is our Sunday fun day. So, you know how we do. I'm going to ask that you or invite you to really go grab something to write with, grab something to write on. And we're going to continue on in our Sunday fun day. And so with our Sunday fun day, listen, here's what it is all about on the Sunday fun day, and that is an opportunity to really take not just the a look and review what the week was, but here on Sunday we take some time inside of this practicing positivity kind of energy to think about the future, the week that we want to create. So we just want to come in here, get something to write with, get your journal, get something where you can really map out for yourself how you want this week to look. And I just want to give you a positivity pro tip here as we begin to map out, draw out, lay down what we want this week to look like, and maybe more importantly, what we want to be celebrating when we reach the end of this week. It shouldn't all be work on that sheet or on whatever you're working on in your calendar. You shouldn't just see activities, tasks, priorities that are related to your professional life. Because if we're practicing positivity, that LIFE that I just described, you don't get that exceptional, extraordinary experience of life if you're only focusing on work. So that said, go ahead and grab that pen, grab that what you're going to write on. And remember, our magic formula is a little bit of insight, a little bit of practice, and then just some time to pause inside of that purposeful pause. That's where we get the opportunity, A, to see, to notice what is going on, to notice what during the hectic pace of the week we might miss, to notice the whispers that are kind of quietly summoning us to go left instead of right. Spend a little more time with family. Spend some more time sleeping. Spend some more time talking to your teammates before you get into the business of the project updates, so that we want to enable that noticing so that we can know and create that seed bed for wisdom so that we can discern the wise choice. And what I mean by wise is that choice that's aligned with our why, what it is that we really want to be focusing on. So it aligns with our why. Okay. So, and then we can choose accordingly. So that said, right? Here is our what we mean here by fun day, which is why we do this on Sunday to give us a little space to be able to see, gosh, what's the focus that I need to nurture? So focus, you nurture. Now, here, focus doesn't mean the verb form. We're looking at the noun form of the word. So that's the focus. What's our center of activity, attention, and attraction? What's the center of our activity, attention, or attraction? And I do recognize I'm saying this in a different order than what you see on your screen. Don't let it create a little brain fart for you. I just sounded better to me to say activity, attention, and attraction. So, but what's the center point? What's the anchor point? What's the linchpin that kind of, or the capstone that holds everything else in place? What's the linchpin that anchors all of the other things? And here's how I like to look at what's the focus, that I nurture? What's the focus you nurture? What's the thing that will be the organizing principle for everything else? So now that you've got that kind of laid down, I want you to think about now, just grab that pen and paper. And I want to share with you what I've been using. And this is a new tool for me because I'm really, really working on how to not just land into the week like some kind of meteor falling out of the sky, but to really plan and to build my runway to enter smoothly and to descend and land smoothly in the week. So, I've been a big fan of Dr. Ben Hardy's work, and I'm going to bring this up. This is what I'm going to be using when I pipe down here, and I'm going to see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you. I'm going to pop over here. Okay, so hopefully that's made this a little bit bigger for you. So as you can see here, and actually, so as you can see here, this is a future self alignment tracker that Ben Hardy has done a ton of work on using your future self so that you're calling and really consulting with your future self to coach you to begin to form, shape, and identify those things that your present self will need to work on. So I really like that. Now, there are a number of resources that you could use for this. You could use the bullet journal. You could use Hal Elrod's Miracle Morning. You could use Tony Robbins, RPM. There are a number of, and on Brendan Bouchard, his high performance daily kind of priority sheet. There are a number of things that you can do. There are a number of places that you can go to find them. This is just the one that I'm frankly experimenting with. And so I'll keep you posted, but I want to work with it for a couple of months so I can get a good sense of this. So, at any rate, as you can see, it's all about helping to use your future self to guide your daily action. So, it gives you some space to write down, hey, get really clear on who it is that you want to be in the future. What are you experiencing as that future self? And then, as that future self, what are you doing to cultivate, to sustain, and expand that, those things, that quality of life? I am having a hot flash, everybody. So, pardon me. So you get to articulate that out right at the top. Then you follow, so gosh, what are the specific actions once I lay down who is this future self that I want to be? And what are the things that kind of surround me in this future self? Gosh, what are the things that I could be doing to embody or create that from my present self? And then I set out my weekly commitments, 3 to 5, no more than 5, because you just start spreading yourself too thin. And some would say even more than 3 priorities means you technically have none or practically have none because you just can't keep track of really more than 3. So, if you taking a look at that, you also have an opportunity here, becoming my future self today. What are my daily intentions? What are the things that I need to do every day of the week? So I'm going to try and pull this back down so you can see a little bit more of this. I'm going to get rid of this so that hopefully we can see. Yeah, okay. Now I'm going to bring this back up so you can really see it again. Okay, so what are my daily intentions? What are the specific things that I'm going to do? And we only have Monday and Tuesday on the screen here, but you all saw that I just deleted Wednesday through Friday, right? So that every day we do this now on Sunday. Every day I'm writing out my daily intentions, not just for the activities, but what are the things that I want to do to create the container for the productivity, for the presence, for the being, for the amplified, activated purpose that shows up every day across the kinds of activities that I will be focusing on Monday as opposed to Tuesday as opposed to Wednesday. And he's even put some things in here for the weekend also. So, and you can see there's a future self reflection and evolution. So you have an opportunity then from your future self, that wise, accomplished, achieved future self, that can kind of, do a little talk back. What were the lessons learned from the week? What was the wisdom earned from the week? And allowing your future self to give you some insight, guidance, and coaching. Now, if you really want to do a deep dive into this, again, I would suggest that you go to YouTube, search out Dr. Ben Hardy, Future Self, and you'll get a host of videos. He's posted a ton of content on YouTube to really break this down. He's also written a book, Be Your Future Self Now. So there's a lot of ways that you can dig in. If you like what you're seeing here and you really want to, test it out, road test it, check him out on YouTube. Check out his book if you like. But this is what I'm going to be experimenting with for the week as we go forward. Now, for our pause, here's what I would love to invite you to do. Whatever process that you wish to use, I'm going to suggest that we take a few moments together right now and you just get some things down. So if you're going to use your future self, if you're going to use just the first question, actually, why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? I'm going to put this question in for us, and that will be our 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 trigger. All right. All right. So here's the question. I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a couple of minutes today. Let's actually really get into this. I'm going to put some thinking music on in the background. And with this thinking music, take a moment and think about, hey, what are the core qualities, achievements, and experiences that define this future self, that encapsulates the thing that I want to be, the things that I want to be doing, the person that I want to become. Remember, yesterday we talked about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and saying, hey, using all that I have, using what I know, using what I've learned, using who I wish to be. This is your opportunity to start to lay down a verbal or a written portrait of who you want to be. Define your future self. How does your future self navigate life? What occupies the time and mind of your future self? What's the cause greater than that your future self is working inside of? So hopefully that's clear. We're just going to take, 30 seconds, a minute or so, just to give you an opportunity to kind of lay down. Let me define out this future self. What mighty mission is this future self up to? Let's give it a try. I don't know how this is going to work. Let's give it a try. I'm going to work here while you work there, and then we'll pop back together for our close. And I'll show you how to take this on to move forward. And how this could look could be, hey, I am a world-renowned public speaker, sought after internationally. I am a well-respected and thought leader and a practice leader in the appreciative inquiry community. And a sought after appreciative inquiry facilitator in communities and organizations around the world. So hopefully you all are getting a flavor of this. And don't forget, it's not just about work. What about your health? What about family? What is your future self doing in the realm of family, in the realm of health and wellness, in the realm of creative self-expression, spirituality? Take another minute. And as you're wrapping up, look at what you've written and look at what are the qualities, what are the some of the traits that would allow that kind of self to emerge: disciplined, joyful, positive, has a positive orientation to things, resilient and resolute. Nothing can stop me. Even if I get temporarily detoured, I get my head on straight, I get my heart back open, and I keep moving forward towards my goal. Like what are the traits of that person that would allow the things that future self is doing to be sustained? Just take 10 seconds. Don't study long, study wrong, study long, study wrong. Put down, hey, oh man, joyful, connected, collaborative, loves people, kind, right? Okay. Now that you have some sense of your future self, please go research this. Go check on YouTube for Dr. Ben Hardy future self, get yourself grounded in his theory and in his practice so that you can really kind of use this and take it to the next level. And then, of course, as you're laying that down, take a look at your weekly commitments. And here's where to go with this. As you're thinking about that future self, as you've described it, what are the actions? What actions would be designed to embody and create? We just talked about that. Now, here's where I'm sorry, I lost my place. Here's where I need you to go next. Um, what are your weekly commitments? So, as you think about that future self, what are 3 to 5 really essential identity shaping experiences would your future self prioritize this week? What would your future self prioritize? What commitments? Um, what traits? What goals? Hey, my future self would really spend time in daily meditation so that I could keep a clear head because I've got a lot to do this week. My future self would prioritize getting good sleep and hydrating so that I could think well. I could bring my best processor, my best processing, brain processing forward. Gosh, my future self, I'd make sure to spend time with my family where I was fully present. I wasn't thinking about any work every single day. My future self would get up and exercise every day because that's what promotes the mood. That helps to really promote the positive energy, right? Whatever it is for you, what are those commitments that you would go to? And then I will put this draft that I'm working on inside of the description. It's actually something that I created with Google Gemini, and I asked it to create something based on Dr. Benjamin Hardy's work because I couldn't find the future self journal prompts. So I'll put this in. This is what I'm experimenting with. Let's experiment with it together. I'd love to hear your comments. So that said, hey, I will see you all later and really looking forward to seeing you on Monday, day 15. I'm sorry, day 14, like I said. Okay. All right. I will talk with you all soon. Have a fantastic week and enjoy this process of creating your week. See you soon. Up. I forgot something, team. Um, hey, you know how we normally conclude here. If this time in the studio is beneficial for you, don't please remember, excuse me, to like, subscribe, and share. The more we share, the higher we all go. You can always find me at tgcconsultinginc.com. And of course, for more positivity boosters, tools, resources, things that will help you continue to hone your positivity craft, go ahead and sign up for my positivity boosters email list so that I can be sending those to you on a regular basis to help you keep your positivity game strong so that you can go through and to ride out whatever you need to and enjoy it in the process or be the source of joy as you go through that process. That said, again, remember, I'm Dr. Nicole, your partner in possibility, your rise and ride partner. So I will talk with you tomorrow on Monday. Have a great one. Be well.